Oh, shit.
Glad to have you with us from Bloomington, Indiana, Memorial Stadium. We will find out a whole lot more about these teams as Week 1 showdown here on EA Sports College Football. It's the UCF Knights and the Indiana Hoosiers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with you. Let's say hello to our friend Holly Rowe on the sideline.
I caught up with the UCF head coach before the game, bringing his team in on the road against a very good team, ranked in the top 25. They have everything it takes to compete. This is a big matchup that fans are excited to see, but he said we have to execute early and eliminate mistakes at the line of scrimmage. Guys?
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. So the Indiana Hoosiers kicker approaches the football, and the 2026 season is underway. He'll bring it out. It's Farmer. He was bold to bring that thing out of the end zone, but he'll go out of bounds at the 17-yard line. This is what we expected. This crowd ready to make its presence known. They'll give it to the transfer. First carry. He'll be stopped just short of the 20 at the 19. Give him one.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
After picking up a couple, it's 2nd and 8. To throw, it's Barnett. He just missed the target on that one. Got to put it on his body.
And how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense because it messes with the snap count, it messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
On 3rd and long, try to convert through the air. Oh, they're after him. They got him. Great pressure by this defense.
And
And this is going to be the matchup for this defense all game long, containing the QB speed, because he can get out and he can roll. Nice job early in this football game, judging his speed, getting out there, getting the sack, and most importantly, getting a hit on him early in this football game so he can physically feel you, and those hits can start to add up throughout a football game.
Looking downfield on first down. And he was hit just as he released it, and it falls to the turf. All right, guys, let's talk a little Indiana. They won their first national championship last year, something I know many in the fan base thought would never happen. And now, also for the first time, they're the hunted. How do you handle that over the course of the season?
You got to raise your sense of urgency, no question about it, David. Every day this offseason has felt like a celebration on campus for their fans. Winning that title a year ago, but now you've got to know you've got the target on your back.
I get that. I understand that. But if you're a fan, keep celebrating, baby, because you got your first natty, man. It's fantastic. Whatever happens this year, who cares? You got a ring. You were the Kings.
I mean, good news here, they get the completion. Bad news, though, not enough to pick up the first down. The target there, he's got to do a better job understanding where the first down marker is, make sure he gets the right depth on his route. Now, all of a sudden, head coach has a big decision.
He's got enough, and they roll the dice on fourth down, and they keep the drive alive.
Love the call going RPO here on 4th and short. And how about the running back? This is a guy that gets the tough yards. He finds ways to get those hidden yards. He can push the pile, drive the legs. Showed you that right there.
The Hoosiers with the 1st and 10. Back to throw, it's Hoover. Here comes the heat. And he's left with no option but to throw it away. The margin for error so small in a conference like this, and in Big Ten play, really imperative to get off to a good start.
You really focus on all offseason getting off to such a great start, right? Start fast, win our conference. Well, this is step one. And so I think you're so tired of hitting your own color jerseys, by the way. You're excited when you get in conference plays. You start to get some of that familiarity, some of that also that hatred that you have for these other teams. So the Big Ten is a fun conference.
Yeah, and you know both of these teams, their players have had this game circled all offseason because this is the first one. This is the first step towards winning a Big Ten championship. Both teams feel like they've got the playmakers to compete in conference this year, but it all starts today.
It'll be 3rd and long. From the gun, wants to pass. Lets it fly. Knocked away at the last minute, and that is precision defensive back play there. And they're going to head out to line up for a field goal. This is going to have to be unleashed from 54 yards out. Splits the uprights. Good. And with that, they break the seal on the scoring. It's 3-0.
And the kicker starts the year perfect. Nice job, nice way to start the year. The offense takes the football down the field. Yeah, you want to get touchdowns, but getting points on the first drive to start the season, really nice job by this unit.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. He's tackled right there, but a good job to pick his way and find some room on that return. UCF hoping to get things rolling here on offense. They didn't get much done the last time they had it, and to punt it away from deep in their own territory, hoping this drive will be more productive. Breaks into the open. Oh, he just handled it poorly, and it's a fumble. And he falls on top of his own fumble. He'll be brought down, but he was trying with everything he had to turn that disaster into a first down and came up a little short. And wait just a second, the official's going to take a second look at this one. So after reviewing the undisputable video evidence, the replay booth has decided to overturn the call. The Knights in a good spot here with 2nd and short. Looking to pass, it's Barnett. He the heat. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. Got a man. It's Watson. He's right there to stop him, but the quick throw and catch enough to give them the first down.
I just love quarterbacks that aren't greedy and that aren't always trying to throw the home run ball, right? Second down, you're in your own end of the field. The guy you want to throw to is not open. Just find the back. He'll go do something positive with it. This guy is a weapon, and you got to find him in the passing game.
Quick throw, but he's not going anywhere. The defense was all over him.
Man, what a great play by that cornerback. There's so much space out here in football, the way they spread you out. But to be able to break on the football when it's thrown and those quick passes like that, nice job by the cornerback.
Try to make up for some of that lost ground on second down. He's got it on the right. He puts him in business across the 50 into the 46-yard line. It'll be first down.
And you've really seen the evolutions of tight ends, man. These guys are no longer just big bodies that block like the extension of the offensive line. They're more like receivers, and I love when the quarterback gets it out of his hands, and then you just watch. Like, they can make plays, they can run people over, they can now run around people. Like, so nice to have these tight ends.
Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. That is their sophomore starting wide receiver. Hope he's just shaken up momentarily. Howie Rowe will keep an eye on it. Plenty of distance between them and the sticks here on second down. Back to pass. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. He's knocked down the one play to come up with the interception.
And I tell you what, when defenses play zone, all eyes are on the quarterback. You have a zone to drop to, but you're setting on the quarterback, reading his eyes. Great job by the defense, understanding the ball was coming out, breaks on the football, goes and makes the INT.
Calls his own number. And the defense snows him under after a very short gain. After a good pickup on the run, it's second down. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Richard. And he never had a chance. Just stopped cold as soon as he got it.
A lot of times with these RPOs, you see linebackers so slow, they don't want to mess up. Not on this one. Watch the defense attack downhill, go get the running back, get a tackle for a loss.
Wants to throw. It's Hoover. Pressure is on the way, and the pressure has arrived, and down he goes at the 30. And the Hoosiers will line up to punt it away. 3 and out, and not much choice but to get rid of the ball. Makes the catch, and now looking for just a little bit of daylight. He only needs a sliver of daylight. He was able to get that ball up to the 48-yard line before he stopped on the return. This should be the last play of the quarter. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. And a short gain on this run, and that'll bring us to the end of the first. Play of the period will be a second down. Looking to fire. Caught close to the marker. It's Wade. They've got it inside the 30. They'll mark it at the 28. It's first down.
And when you run these drag routes, it's super important that your quarterback can really use his eyes. Don't lock in where everybody's going to start looking at you and seeing what's coming. Does a good job, drops back, sees it, and the most important part, puts the ball out in front so he can catch it, get upfield, and make some extra yards after the catch.
Back to pass, it's Barnett. Looking left. He's got it. Oh, and he thought he might be able to wiggle his way into the end zone, but they knock him down at the 3. They use those back-to-back explosives to set him up first and goal. This is a designed run. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Got stopped on first down. They'll try it again from the 2. Trying play action. Quarterback moving. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete.
You just have not seen this offense look very sharp so far in this game, running or throwing it. In the second half, throwing it specifically, I think they need to find a better rhythm. You've got to find a way to get some completions strung together.
Third and goal, and let's see if they can even operate in this noise. From the gun, wants to pass. Touchdown, UCF! They get it into the end zone to pay off that opportunity.
Number 0, Halsman in the end zone.
He spun that wheel of fortune by challenging the call, and it does not go his way, and he loses the timeout. And the extra point makes it 7-3. So that scoring drive took only 6 plays, and it was finished off with a 2-yard touchdown toss. Fielded in the end zone, it's Morris. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. They'll start this drive with a chance to regain the lead, down 7-3. Pushes ahead for 2. They'll mark it at the 17. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. That is their senior defensive end, and they can ill afford to lose him for a long period of time. Holly Rowe will check in on his condition. Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Sends it downfield. Oh, it's picked off. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
Not all DBs make the play at the end, right? They can bat the ball down, they can be in position, but they don't really secure the football. Great job by the DB securing the football and forcing the turnover.
Offense making its way onto the field to start the drive. They'll start this drive going to the air. Flips it out in the flat. Turning it on. Gets it all the way down to the 39-yard line. It'll be a first down.
And that's why this guy is such a weapon in this offense, because you don't have to throw it far downfield. Just get the ball in his hands. He catches it close to the line of scrimmage, but look what he was able to do after the catch. He gets an explosive play for this offense.
Looking to throw on first down. Unloads it left. And it slips through his fingers, incomplete. That would have been a huge gain if he could have held on.
Well, on defense, they know that this offense is going to try and take shots. They're going to try and keep their secondary players in a position to make these types of plays. Good job on the back end forcing that incompletion.
Back to pass on second down. Got his man. 5-yard gain on that play. It'll be 3rd and 5.
And quarterback, receiver on the same page. Nice job seeing the zone, understanding the drag route concept. Easy pitch, easy catch.
3rd and short here from the 35. Might take a shot here if this is 4-down territory. Looking to throw, it's Barnett. Fires quickly. Moving deeper into enemy territory. Move the chains. It's 1st down at the 27.
And had they not picked up that 1st down, it would have been decision time for the head coach, right? You're kind of in no man's land on the fridge. Are you trying a long field goal? Are you going for it on 4th down? But because of the execution there and the nice throw, let's keep this drive going. Let's see if we can get 6.
Wants to throw on 1st down. Now improvising. Nothing open downfield, so he'll just toss it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Working well behind the sticks on 2nd down. Gonna look downfield again. Unloads to the wideout. Intercepted. A 1st-half turnover can swing momentum. He's knocked down, but what a play to come up with the interception.
I'll tell you something. In college football, you're lucky if you get 2 interceptions in a season. This guy now has 2 interceptions. In the 1st half of this game, he's been reading the quarterback's eyes, and he has been everywhere, an absolute ball hawk.
Fires to the right. And that one had some juice on it, but it's incomplete. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Might be calling a hot route. Looking to throw, it's Hoover. Fires to the wideout. He's got an open man. Finally corralled, but not before. He picked up the 1st down.
Could that be the play that finally wakes them up? Just not a lot of good going on offensively here in this 1st half. They've only got 3 points to show for their efforts. They haven't been throwing it a lot, but they took a shot there. They got a chunk play. Now they're in a position. They need to score a touchdown here before the half is over.
Just 2. Mustard on that one. Can't miss the target that badly.
And I think a big reason this offense is struggling right now and why they're trailing on the scoreboard is they have not been able to protect this guy, and it's affected him. He has not looked very accurate. Moving forward, the pass pro has got to be better to help this guy out.
2nd and 10. He'll throw again. This time it's complete.
That wide receiver on the outside is dangerous. When you're playing zone coverage, it's really hard because you're not chasing him. You can't really get hands on him. You got to make sure you send more guys his direction. Maybe slide those linebackers toward that wide receiver so you got a little more help on the outside.
They were all over him. Nowhere to go as that 3rd down play turned into a disaster.
And I think one thing people don't take into account is not all 4th downs are created equal. Like, right, this is a shorter 4th down. You're on your side of the field. You're down. You're trailing.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. And they can't connect, and the gamble does not work out.
Aggressive. You want to be aggressive. You want to take chances, and you tell your team about it all week, and you come out and you get an opportunity in the 1st half to go for it on 4th down. You shot your shot. The problem is now you put your defense in a bad situation early in this game where you're going to have to try to find a way to get a stop and create some momentum.
Gain of right at 7 yards, 2nd and 3 coming.
And I like the thought process on offense here early in this game. They're giving their bell cow the ball early enough. And there are a lot of coaches that outthink themselves, and they think, you know, we're going to throw the ball to set up the run instead because everybody on defense knows our guy is the focal point. But this offense is just keeping it simple. Let's just give our best player the football early in this game, and let's just get him into a rhythm.
Finds his man. It's Farmer. And he picked up the 1st down, but he will remember the price he paid after that hit.
Simple pitch, simple catch, easy little drag route right over the field. It's a nice timing route. You can run it versus man or you can run it versus zone and have a lot of success.
Looking downfield, it's Barnett. Throws for the tight end. Almost had the completion, just missed it.
Well, the tight end's the guy that's going to have to be able to make plays for this offense in the passing game. That time, QB looking for the big fella. He ran a good route, just couldn't reel it in.
Well, will they dial up on second and a long way to go? Couldn't connect on first down. Now back to the air. Caught over the middle. It's Wade. That one takes it down to the 13-yard line. The Knights going to go ahead and call their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. The Knights will line it up on 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. Pressure coming. And the defense forced that incompletion with the deflection.
I know that one falls incomplete, but I love the idea of finding ways to get this running back the ball, right? You can hand it off to him. He's got really good hands. Already has a few catches in this game. I think you keep trying to leak him out of the backfield and let him take advantage of this defense throwing the ball.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. After the incompletion, back to the passing game. He's got it. He gets it in. Touchdown, Knights.
I think you love starting the year off with some momentum, and that's exactly what this offense is doing. They're firing on all cylinders, defense doing their job as well. This team getting out the gates to start the season in great fashion.
And they did tack on the extra point.
UCF 14, Indiana 3.
He'll bring it out. It's Morris. Slips through the line. He's got an alley. There he goes. Open it up. They won't get him. It's a touchdown. He just took it the entire length of the field, end to end, coast to coast, nationwide for the touchdown.
And how about the fans in the stands going, no, 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 take a knee, no, yes, 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 yes. Over 100 yards to the kickoff return. Nice job taking it out of the end zone, making a huge play.
And he hauls it in, and everybody's on the edge of their seats. And the returner goes down. Just enough time to get off one final play of the half. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. And he's able to get some positive yardage before he's brought down, and that'll bring us to halftime. We've played 2 quarters here and reached halftime, and we will now check in with Kevin Connors in the studio.
Gentlemen, so much excitement around a brand new season, and we're excited to get you caught up on everything here in Week 1. We begin with a look at Missouri, taking on the number 11 team, the LSU Tigers.
Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13.
And it's the Tigers with a statement victory here in a surprising result. Going into this game, they did not look like the better team.
Indiana comes out ready to get this drive underway. Tight game as we start the 3rd quarter, and we'll see what type of adjustments they made at halftime.
And getting the ball first here, I think.
Oh, it's picked off. That's not the start they hoped for.
Pushing them to 1-0 on the short season.
Oh, that was a terrific return as he takes it to the 9.
Here now, some other games you may have interest in, and social media has some sharp opinions about the state of things right now.
The Knights have it in scoring position on 1st and goal. The play action fake. Might be looking to run. Puts it out of the air. They've got it down to the 3-yard line. Really well done on that
This is the area of the field defensively. It really doesn't matter what they've done to get here. You got to bow up, try to force the field goal. Nice job on first down and goal, getting them tackled to the ground.
These fans raising the volume on 2nd and goal. Pulls it on the option. Makes a stop in the backfield. He'll lose 4.
Phenomenal job by the defense that time, shutting down the option play. They knew they were going to see this in this game, and all week long in practice, they really focused on this assignment football, making sure the dive, the quarterback, the pitch, all taken away. Nowhere to go with the football that time offensively. The defense coming up with a huge negative play.
This defense was put in a difficult spot, but they've made it tough, and now the offense faces 3rd and goal. Touchdown, UCF! Got it right in the heart of the end zone. The offense flexes its muscle a bit and widens the gap.
Take a little exhale. You know, you did your job. You got points. Now you put your defense in a position where, hey, go out and get another stop. We're in great shape, so the offense definitely taking care of their business.
Fielded in the end zone. It's Morris. I know he thinks he can house every return, but sometimes you just have to take a knee as he stopped at the 14. Indiana has the ball back, and the Hoosier offense comes out ready to go. Well, the good news about this drive, Jesse, it can't go worse than last time through a pick on the first play.
No, it certainly can't. I think one good way, David, to help your quarterback turn the page is just find him an easy completion here and let him get back into a rhythm.
Yeah, or find him an easy handoff. Just hand the football off, maybe get the ground game going, maybe jumpstart this offense a little bit.
They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Looking for a man. It's Hoover. Incomplete thanks to the great defensive pressure there that sort of threw them out of rhythm.
Well, this quarterback has struggled, having already thrown 2 picks. That should have been number 3. Somehow the defender dropped that one. Things not going well for this Q.
And this offense is desperate to keep this drive alive, trailing by multiple possessions, and it's getting late. On 3rd and long, he's going to have to throw for it. Blasted as he lets it go. Another incompletion on 3rd down.
And you got to expect this offense to go for it again here on 4th down, right? Obviously trailing, we're in the second half, but we saw them try to go for it on 4th down early. Didn't have any success. They've got to dial up a better play here.
The coverage team was down there to corral him. They made the stop, and they'll mark it at the 39. UCF has it once again. What do you think about that? With the last drive in for a touchdown, they'll try to do it again on this one. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup. Solid pickup for 4 on 1st down. It's 2nd and 6. Back to pass. He almost had the pick, and that could have given them a boost. Instead, it'll be 3rd down.
Man, an almost disaster again for this offense. He's already thrown 2 interceptions. The defense got their hands on another one. They are dialed in. They really got a good beat on this passing game.
Dropping back, it's Barnett. Fires to the middle. And that is interception number 3 on the day. Got room on the return. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
Turnover margin always goes such a long way in deciding who wins the football game. Interception number 3, that is no bueno. Got to take care of the football. Can't keep putting your defense in a bad position, putting them on the field time and time again.
Running inside. It's Richard. Oh, he's got some space. Smashes ahead. Huge game before he goes out of bounds, and now they've got it 1st and goal.
When you talk about creating big plays in the running game like this makes the game really easy. Actually, when you've got a guy like this that you can hand it to with this much speed and elusiveness, just hard to bring down in the open field.
Touchdown, Hoosiers! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And this running back is so dangerous down close to the end zone. He's got wiggle, he's got great vision and burst, and he showed all of those attributes right there.
Why not double the try total and go for 2? On the option. He gets it in for the 2-point conversion, and now they trail by only 3. They got the ball in great field position, and bam, bam, 2 plays and into the end zone. On the run from inside his own 5. Across the 25 to the 26 before going out of bounds, and that's where the offense will go to work. The UCF offense back on the field, ready to go to work. That lead has dwindled down to 3 now to see if they have a response. They'll start on the ground with Duke Watson. Got enough for the first. Oh, there's an alley on the left. A huge play there, and he has them set up and in business at the 30. They made the defense pay with that last big chunk of yardage. Now 1st and 10 from the 30. Watson again. Not a whole lot of room to run. Let's give him a couple.
This shouldn't be a surprise to anybody. If you've got the lead in the 3rd quarter and you want to keep it, you got to bleed the clock. Best way to do that, run the football. And you're now seeing this offense call these run plays back to back. They are trying to be physical, and they're trying to stay on the field.
After the productive 1st down play, it's 2nd and 6. The receiver on the jet sweep. Looking for the corner and could not find it. Stopped right at the line of scrimmage. Following that run, we have a player who is shaken up. Training staff out there checking on this freshman linebacker. Better find the earplugs. Here comes the noise, backing this defense on 3rd down. To the air, it's Barnett. Fires left. A strike downfield. Touchdown, Knights! And they add 6 more to the board with that trip to the house.
And this offense doing a really nice job, man. They're understanding who they are. And Jesse, do you find guys, man, on the outside that you know where they're going to be, you know they're going to make plays, and you just continue to feed them?
Yeah, no question, especially in a situation like this, David, when the game's on the line, you got to go to your best players, and quarterbacks, they keep track of what's happening during the game. Who's winning? Who's getting separation on the outside? Who do I feel comfortable throwing to in tight coverage? This is the guy. That's now his 2nd touchdown catch in the game, and I don't think that's going to be the last time we see him touch the ball.
This drive will start from the 19-yard line. Quarterback making adjustments. He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Got away from trouble and got rid of it. And wings it incomplete. Third quarter opening week of the season, and they're facing 2nd and 10. Looking to fire. Going downfield for the big play. Makes a deep grab. They'll get it to the 48. No need to measure it to 1st down.
And the evolution of football has been amazing, right? Like so many different guys, the tight ends that can do different things now, and big body wide receivers. And I think the running back spot has too. Just, it used to be a guy you handed it off to all the time, but now they can start running the route tree and getting down the field and making catches like this to make big plays for your offense.
I'll tell you, I love the play call on first down here. You're just trying to find an easy completion, and the shortest throw on the field for the quarterback is finding your biggest target, and that's the tight end. Nice job.
Got rid of it quickly, but it's incomplete.
In football, you hear the term quick, but don't hurry. And you can tell when you run these RPOs, the QBs want to make that decision quick. And I think he hurried it a little bit too much. Got the ball out quick, but obviously was inaccurate with his pass.
Guys, this offense is already reeling down multiple possessions. Really need to cash in on this drive. It's caught. Doesn't quite make it to the first down marker. He's a yard short. A famous writer once said, most men lead lives of quiet desperation. Here is a desperate move, going for it on fourth down, trailing by double figures. Fires to the middle, and he throws his third pick of the day. His head has to be spinning.
Coming out of the tunnel in the third quarter, this quarterback now is really struggling with his decision-making. 2 picks here in the third quarter. This looks like Jekyll and Hyde from what we saw in the first half.
Well, and the bad thing is they're going to be in passing situations. They're coming from behind. They're going to need him to play better. Like, he's going to have to read the field better and make some plays if they want to get back in this football game.
Well, we're not quite in the fourth quarter yet. We're almost there, but you're seeing the attitude shift now for this offense. They've got the lead, so they've got to be able to run the football. You're going to see a lot more of that, I think, as this game keeps going on. They're trying to wear this defense down when the game is almost over.
That's the end of the quarter, and UCF has the lead. And we've reached the end of the third, and time is running out if they're going to cut into this deficit. Let's take a look at our game stats before we move on. Chance to mull things over. Let's see how they start the final period here on second down. Grabbed behind the line. It's Wade. Fights off a defender. And he didn't have a whole lot of operating room after the juke. Not much room to run.
Well, a nice completion there, finding the tight end. And what's so beautiful about that is while they didn't get the first, they were able to pick up enough yards now to make the third down manageable, really putting this offense in a good position.
Big third down as the crowd gets behind this defense. To the air, it's Barnett. Finds his big tight end. Breaks a tackle, and he might go. Touchdown, UCF! Made the grab and took it on in for the score.
And this kind of performance has to give this team so much confidence. Week 1, you go on the road into a hostile environment, and you put the beat down like this. This coaching staff is going to be happy on the ride home.
And they did tack on that extra point with no problem. He'll bring it out. It's Morris. Pulled down at the 18, and the decision to bring it out of the end zone was not a good one. Indiana sends the offense onto the field. This was certainly not their best effort. I believe this team is much better than it performed today, but they're going to pay the consequences of losing this ball game. Escapes the pressure going right. Throwing on the run. Upstairs to make the catch. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line. They were backed up, and then suddenly they weren't. They've got it 1st and 10 now inside the 50. Wants to go right back downfield. Makes the catch. It's Richard. The Hoosiers with myriad options after that big pickup on first down. Caught in the backfield. It's Becker. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage.
Man, what a really nice job by being disciplined by this defense. Like, understanding I'm trying to rush the passer, probably a passing situation type of a deal, but doing it with some discipline. They try to sneak the screen in. They were ready for it. Nice job by this defense.
Looking downfield, it's Hoover. Throws to the tight end. And they can't complete the bullet pass on third down.
And this passing attack has not been great today. It hasn't found a way to manufacture those big plays and to scare this defense. And now, in passing situations, trailing, this is a tough spot for this offense.
Down by multiple possessions, you can't come up empty on this drive. They'll go for it on fourth down. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. Makes a grab past the marker. He's got enough for the first down, and they roll the dice and convert to keep this drive going. And the Hoosiers are moving quickly down the field. Wants to throw again. Looking to scramble. And to get rid of it quickly.
It's really hard to win football games when you're one-dimensional offensively, and that's the case. They just have not been able to get anything going, throwing it deep down the field. They haven't won their one-on-one matchups. Quarterback has missed some throws, and as a result, in the fourth quarter, they barely have 100 yards passing, and that's why they're losing.
They're dealing with a second and long. Might be changing the route. Second down, he'll throw it. How about that play to get a hand in there and force the incompletion?
Got to give this defense credit, guys, because all game long they have forced their opponent to be one-dimensional. They haven't allowed anything to happen in the passing game. As a result, we're here in the fourth quarter. They barely allowed over 100 yards passing.
Plenty of time in the pocket, and he'll sling it out to the left. Touchdown, Hoosiers! What a grab in the end zone for 6.
Man, oh man, it doesn't get easier than that. Look at the receiver. He gets wide open. Where's the defense? Nobody around. Easy pitch, easy catch.
And he knocked that one right down the middle. Few anxious moments there, but the hands team true to its name as they make the grab and get the ball. The Knights start this drive as the offense looks ready to go. So that last touchdown made it a two-possession game, but if this offense can do its job, they can put this one away. There he goes. He works his way inside the 30 down to the 29 and picks up a first down.
You know, every running back thinks about the 100-yard barrier every time they take the field. And this guy, you know he's got it in his mind. He might be the only one in the stadium right now that knows he's got 97 yards rushing here in the fourth quarter. You know he is begging his coach just for one more carry to get that mark.
Here's Duke one more time. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. So they'll use a timeout here. One more remaining, and, of course, the 2-minute stoppage coming up as well.
Yeah, nice run, and I think everybody knows. He's right there next to that 100-yard mark, 98 yards on the day. And that's a mark, man, when you hit that mark a lot of times and you take care of the football, you win a lot of football games. It's the more physical team. It's the team that makes it easy, makes it easier on their quarterback, and they've done that today.
He'll pull it down. Touchdown, Knights! And they take it in for 6 more points.
And there's more of an art to this than you know. Like, to stick the ball in the belly of the running back and read a defender perfectly. They bite on the running back. QB makes the right read in Palmer. It's nice to have those wheels to go all the way down the field and punch it in for 6.
Yeah, David, this is a coaching staff that wants him to run the football. And sometimes it's going to be designed runs. Sometimes it's going to be scrambles in the passing game. But the RPO is another way that he can hurt your defense with that speed you're talking about. Great decision to keep it. Nice job taking it all the way to the house.
The Hoosiers offense all set and ready to crank things up. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse, on that last drive.
He really did, David. I mean, that was a masterclass in just reading coverage and being accurate.
Behind the chains now on 2nd and long. inside. It's Richard. Breaks into the open. Building momentum, picking up a chunk of yardage, moving the chains out to the 34.
Well, it's a good time to mix in the run play. You're down, it's late in the fourth quarter right now, and everyone's expecting you to throw, so not a lot of defenders in the box. So that's a great situation to try to run the ball.
That will take us to the 2-minute timeout, and not much time left for this offense to put together a miracle. Lining up from the 34 on first down. The offense changing the play. Wilson will throw. Here's the pressure. Incomplete. He had to get rid of it before he wanted to. The defense put the heat on.
It's a nice adjustment by the defense here. With a big lead in the game, you're putting extra DBs on the field, knowing the offense has to throw to get back in this one in the fourth quarter. So your best cover guys on the field, and they force an incompletion on the last one.
Looking to the big tight end. And incomplete on the deep ball.
Got to give this defense a lot of credit, because even down to the last seconds of this football game, we're seeing outstanding effort. QB taking a shot down the middle of the field. There's a defender swatting it away. They have had this quarterback's number all game long, and that's why they're winning this game.
On 3rd and long, trying to have a big completion here. And it goes through his hands. Oh, he had an explosive play right there for the taking, but couldn't reel it in.
And this is a tough...
And guys, hold that thought just a second, because here comes the 4th down play. If they don't get it here, this one is probably over. He'll try to throw and pick up the first down. He's taking a deep shot late in the game. And it... complete, and this defense makes a 4th down stop.
And I get it. That's for pride's sake. This game's over. Like, I know you're down and you try to mount drives, and sometimes you even try to get young guys in the game at this point, but now you're just fighting for pride and just letting them try not to get any more points on the scoreboard.
Now the UCF offense ready to go back to work. Firmly in control of this game. We'll see if they just try to run out the clock and get out with a victory.
Everybody on offense here should feel really good about their performance today too, David. They had a really good game plan coming into this one, and they went out and they executed at a very high level.
Yeah, lights out, and this game's over. I'm interested to see the philosophy now. Do we keep chucking the pill and keep trying to score points? Because it's the defense's responsibility to stop them, or do they just run this clock and say, all right, we did enough today. We kicked them in the face.
You sort of think that over the